Hi everyone, it's Christy with Paper Hoarder Disorder. I have another project I want to show you guys. This is going to be one I'm going to teach locally in the Dallas-Fort Worth area I think it's like 2 weeks. So here it is. This is my explosion box. I have a pattern for this in my Etsy shop if you guys are interested in making one of your own. And one of the things that makes this one different than most explosion boxes is it is a bit larger. It's not the shorter square. It's a taller rectangle, and it's also a chipboard side. There's lots of interactive pages on the inside that I'll show you. On this one, I used the brand new Echo Park. Let me see if I can get it up here. We've got our Echo Park paper, and this one is called Capture Life. And this is one of those collections that is one of those mini collections where it has like 6 pages. But what's nice about this one is it also came with two 12 by 12 sticker sheets. One of those sticker sheets is mostly alpha. Which I don't use a lot. I prefer handwriting, but it did have a full sheet of stickers like this, which all of which I put on lightweight chipboard and inked them up. And so here on the front, I will show you. Look how cute this camera is. And you make me so happy. And these are 3 separate ones here in this little heart. And these are, like I said, on lightweight chipboard. And then this little flower right here was cut out on my Cameo, and this was just an SVG file that I got from the Silhouette online store, and then and it's cut out of the paper. It's hard to see, but it is out of the music sheet paper. And then on the inside I've got just a little bead, a little glittered up bead that I put in the center. And this collection is black and white with gray script, hearts, super cute stuff. I just wish there was a full collection of it. So on this one, I made these sides. Now you can make these sides to where they pop up or pop down. This time I decided to go down with them. And so these are attached with Velcro, and they just drop down on the sides. And so you have extra photo opportunities on the outside of the box. You've got 8 mats on the outside of the box like that, and I also inked those up, so I distressed those a little bit on the sides. If you can focus, you can see I just kind of made it a little rustic. You might not be able to see it on the camera, but I had to mix in, because this box typically takes 11 to 12 sheets of paper. I had to mix in quite a bit of just regular solid cardstock in order to make it work. Also on the outside here, I use this pretty sheer ribbon, and it's got a little bit of white stitching on here, and I just attached this because it was sheer. I had to be careful about how I attached it, and so I just used 1/8" score tape right underneath the white stripes on top and bottom. And then I used my little bow maker to make I think I've showed you guys that before. I use this little bone maker, which I love because I can't make a good bow, but you know, that's me. Anyways, I use this little bow maker to make the bow. And so let's just go ahead and open it up. And as you can tell, it's kind of substantial. Oops, we're upside down. Here we go. So this is why we call it the explosion box. And which makes it just a little bit more, we've been terming it the X box for short, which is kind of funny. But here we have, again, we have some more of the a sticker put onto lightweight chipboard, and then I've layered up some more homemade chipboard with sticker pieces here, of a little heart and a little camera. And remember this, isn't this great paper? And so in here, these were stickers, and I went ahead and put those on chipboard as well, and then I just inked heavily black soot on the back, and use these little paper clips and some little ribbon there. And let me go and show you those. This one says Happy Day, and this one is kind of a geometric doodle, and this one over here is script that says All You Need Is Love. Super cute, but I like that they're thick. So those come out, and then inside here we have these little booklets. And aren't these just perfect size for this? And so on here, now if you have pictures to go in here immediately, you won't have to mat. But I went ahead and I wanted to add a little bit of color to the black, white, and gray. And so I chose this pretty deep teal. And so each one of these are dimensional pockets. And let me show you what's behind those. And so look, it's like little slide vacation photos, little tourist spots of bridges and monuments and whatnot. And so that's a really adorable sheet there. And then inside here, we have another tag. And that one's kind of inked up on the edges and just black on the back. So that's doubled cardstock, and that slips on in the top there. And then you've got your dimensional pocket here. So that slides in there, the little booklet, and I have this in here, and then that flips, and I have, pardon the spin, we have the All You Need Is Love paper on the back here, which I didn't put anything on here because I wanted to save it because it's such a small area so that you could have the photo and still be able to see a smidge of the paper. So over here we have our zigzag angled pocket, and these two come out of here, and you can see how it zigzags open. And then we've just got some simple mats here, some matted cardstock, and again I just added in a tiny bit of that blue, just a little splash here and there. And then on this one we've got this pretty geometric again, and I separated the mats so that it would define the photo areas, and put in, if you can see, this is a little black satin bow. Love that. Just real simple, really stands out. You can't get too thick on this. You could if you changed the dimensions, but then your box would just, it would get pretty big if you started adding additional space in here. But it can be done, but you'd have to refigure everything. So on this one, I did something different on this one, on my policy envelope, my little mailer coin envelope, however you want to term it. Instead of just doing the Velcro closure, like I did on the outside, and which I've done on the previous ones, I decided to go ahead and do the string tied closure here, pardon me. And so I used this baker's twine, and I just cut out a couple layers of the cardstock, glued them together. So there's 2 layers up here, and on this one I have 2 layers of 2. And those are just brads going through. Now this one goes all the way through to the back, but this one I set on top. That's why there's 2 layers, because I didn't want that brad to be on the inside of the pocket to give this something to hang up on. So I wanted this to slide in and out freely without having a brad on the inside of here. So there's 2 layers of double thick circles with the brad on the bottom. So there's a little tag that slides in here, actually a pretty good size one. Oops, just throw it on the table. And so that slides in there, and these were part of like a 4x6 cut apart. I'm sorry, 3x4 cut apart. And so then this just closes up, and I probably won't be able to do it one-handed, but just some simple baker's twine, and you can make these yourself. And then on the back here, these were from stickers. These little, it's not really showing up. It's kind of getting washed out a little bit. Maybe I should show you a different side that stands out a little. Here we go. This one stands out a little more. So they're kind of like little frames, little sticker frames. And what I did was to give them a little bit of substance and give them a little bit of depth is, of course, I put them onto lightweight chipboard. And then I put a piece of cardstock in the center to cover up the gap and to cover up the natural color of the chipboard. So those are kind of dimensional, slightly dimensional. really cute little photo areas. And here we have hello, and again, this is one of the stickers put onto lightweight chipboard. And isn't this a cute little geometric pattern? Kind of like a wedding quilt pattern. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but over here we have on our fourth row here, I used, instead of using a band of a border punch, this time I used a grosgrain ribbon, black with white polka dots, and inside that, and then I just attached it behind the photo mat, behind the pattern paper rather. And then inside that, we've got a little stopper here, a little scallop stopper. And then inside this one, we have a quad book. And again, this is some more of that paper where it shows the monuments and sightseeing and vacation type spots. And so this opens this way and then again and again. So you can get a lot of photos in here. And that just slides in here. And remember, each one of these is ×4. So really what this is like is it's like 4 mini books that are all attached in the center. So you can get easily 100 little photos in here. And so this one also flips out. And I've got a little bit, this is from a Sizzix die, and I cut out the little film strip. So again, it defines a couple little areas for photos. And then here we made oops, actually, I just saw boo-boo. That is supposed to have a little piece of gray on there. Let's see if this one has it. Nope, that one doesn't either. Okay. Well, I just saw a boo-boo. I guess this isn't quite finished. So what they're supposed to have is they're supposed to have this film strip here. And yes, bloopers included. It's supposed to have this little piece of gray right here. And we've got a little pocket with the thumb pull. And behind the thumb pull, just to make it pop again, you know, that just little splash of blue, I put a little piece of it back there so that it pops out. And I just left, these are just bifolds. And so just a little photo opportunity there, and those slide in. Oops. And then on the back side of that one, I added some medium weight chipboard, some stickers to some medium weight chipboard, a little bit thicker. And here we have Life is Good. And look at how adorable this paper is. Of Love You Always and Adventure. Super cute paper. So over here on the last, and this is the outermost, so this is the chipboard piece, and I left this large photo mat here and just added Magical, which is on a lightweight chipboard, inked up, and then I added in, again, we added just a little bit of that blue to give that splash, some gray, and you can see it's kind of inked up on the edges. And I inked it on the back as well. And then just attach these two with a little brad, and so they can spin. Or, you know, you can lift them up however you'd like. So there's more room up here. And then also added just a tiny little peek of some more of that heart paper. And so that is my album. And so basically what I showed you on this, you've just got that ×4. And that is my explosion box made with the Capture Life by Echo Park. Thanks for watching, ladies. Bye.